Hey, welcome back to my channel for part 3 of the Real Housewives of Potomac reunion. And child, I'm not on camera, but enjoy these stills, okay? Baby, when I say that Wendy came to work, okay, she was clocked in. Okay, she said, I'm gonna definitely leave here with my pickup letter. Y'all ain't gonna play with me. She was like, I don't know about nobody else, but I'm leaving here with my pickup letter. Cause they take a break, as y'all saw when Mia left the stage or what have you. And Eddie texts Wendy saying, well, y'all saw what happened. And let me say this. The way they set Stacey up for this little moment, it wasn't lost on me. Cause Andy asked the question, he asked the very next question as they sit down was about TJ. They set that up. They're not about to play with me, okay? The producers overheard that conversation. I mean, they were filming, right? They saw what it was. They was like, we back in business. Now, I will not lie, I was thoroughly entertained. I truly was. But Bravo is out of order because they've been teasing this little part in the trailer. And I already knew this was what it was going to be. Like, what else could it have been? He was giving actor the entire time he was there. Every single time we saw TJ, it was a different person. He was different every time we saw him. The first time we saw TJ, were they at the gym, I believe, and he was acting all Christian-like, and they were trying to work out, and you could see Stacey trying to back it up on him and rub on his shoulders and touch his hand, and he seemed repulsed by her. Then the next time we saw him, I think it was on FaceTime when they were in North Carolina for Wendy's birthday, and he was like, hey, princess, why you wasn't calling her princess when y'all was at the gym? When she kept trying to take it there, why didn't you call her princess then? He was different every time we saw him. At Wendy's birthday party, when he told her, you can get your hand off of me, he seemed a little dangerous right there. He had a little ticky boom. Like, what was that? Talking about, I'm warning you. Every time we saw TJ, we got a different person. Like, he was never the same. It's almost like he was trying to show his range as an actor. Okay, he used this as an infomercial, as whatever y'all call it. Like, he was like, somebody gonna see this and they're gonna book me. So when he says that Stacey, first of all, when he was like, I ain't coming to that fake ass show around them fake ass people. How's the show fake? How is the people fake? TJ, what happened? What are you talking about? What were you expecting to get from this show that you did not get? What do you mean by that the people are fake? What's up, TJ? They weren't charmed by you? Is that why you're calling the people fake? Because I'm a little confused. I don't really get it. Yeah, I don't know if Stacey owes him money, but you could tell he was there for the money. When he asked Stacey if she was going to be getting a forensic accountant, I told y'all then he was a grifter. He was not to be trusted then. I don't know if she owe him any money. She might. She might not. Honestly, I don't know if I really believe that Stacey owes him any money. I really feel like he wanted to come on there because he likes the platform and he thought that this might help him in his professional life. And I think she wanted him there because maybe she just, I don't know, she wanted somebody to bounce ideas off of. Maybe she thought her ex-husband would see this and he would get jealous and come back into her life. I really don't know. But what I know is I don't believe that, we never believed that this was a real situation. I think that they had an arrangement. You come on here, help me make my man jealous, and then you're going to get camera time, and I don't know what else she promised him. It's hard for me to believe that she would promise him money, though. That part, I'm not sure. No. I don't know. That wouldn't be really smart, Stacey. I don't know. And then he has since threatened to reveal some information, but I ain't heard nothing about that yet. Y'all let me know if he released anything. It just seems like you mad because nobody enjoyed your acting. You can be on your way. You won't be missed. After this season, we won't be talking about you, okay? So you can go on with your bitter self, because that's what it was given. It was given bitter baby mama. But anyways, back to Stacey. The way she tried to play Wendy and Eddie and she played herself instead, baby, I was over here laughing. I was entertained. Wendy said, the way they gonna roll them tapes back on you, it's like, when is Stacey's birthday? Is she a Leo? Because one thing about them, they going to stick to their lying ass story. Once they have decided what lie to tell you, they going to stick with that story. They not adding. I don't care how you blow them out the water. That's their story and they sticking to it. And that was what Stacey was giving. She was like, I don't believe you. I don't believe a word you're saying. So you think that Wendy just pulled that out of her behind? You think she just made that up on the fly? Her and her husband just was looking for an opportunity to come at Stacey. It's almost, I don't know. I don't put nothing past Stacey. I wouldn't be surprised if Stacey and TJ did this deliberately so that they could have a big splash. I don't know. And then when she was talking about something was still all right. One thing about Stacey, though, I will say is she is the number one cornball on Potomac. I used to think that Giselle was corny and Ashley. No, Stacey takes it. I promise you, the minute that Andy said that the control room said the people got it on camera, that was your time to just tap out and say, I don't know what that man is talking about. That is a lie. If he said it, he made that up. Like, that was the moment to change your story. But nah, you wanted to stick with it. I would like to see this. I want to see this. You think that Eddie would just make that up? You think that Eddie would make that up and then tell Wendy and then they would talk to the people in the back and then the people in the back is going to make it up and tell Andy it's not true? If Andy is saying it's on camera, girl, I guess she don't feel no shame. You know, when people be lying, they don't be caring. I was so embarrassed for Stacey, but shout out to Eddie because Eddie, he's a lawyer. So I guess it's his job to remember things. When I say he didn't miss, he explained what TJ said perfectly. And he was nice enough to leave out the part where he said that she was whack. They didn't have nothing else to do. Like, they had to improvise. They had to make something out of this reunion. And girl, like, Stacey, you're not embarrassed? Because I'm embarrassed. I'm embarrassed for you. Like, you definitely had some type of arrangement with this man. And it was just like, I don't know. I don't know. He's dead ass wrong for hearing you out like this. But anyways, like I said in the last review, they really need to pay Karen her reunion money because they talked about Karen so much in this reunion. Like, are y'all sure she... When did you guys find out that Karen wasn't going to be there? Because this whole reunion was about Karen. Now, this scene that Ray and Karen filmed 2 days after Christmas, right before she went to rehab, I don't really feel no kind of way about it. Like, do I believe some parts of it? Maybe. Like when she said she was taking pills, I could believe that a little bit. I really do think Karen is struggling with life. I think that, you know, because I've been there. When you're going through things, sometimes you want to deal with it. You want to cope with it your best way because you've always probably taken care of you. And sometimes you do need some help. And so as far as her saying she was taking medication and drinking, I could believe that. I don't feel like it really changes anything because you still did something that was irresponsible and reckless. So I don't know. It really doesn't change anything for me. It just shows that, like, it reminds us that we're dealing with the human. We all have our opinions and we're judging, but we're dealing with a human. But to say, like, I don't think she was trying to exonerate herself at all. I don't know. Like, Giselle and Ashley's commentary on the side was getting on my nerves because it's like, oh, they're covering all the bases. Yeah, Ashley, just like you and Michael used to do when y'all was telling y'all lies. When you was trying to cover up for him being on the grinder, sending people Photoshop naked pictures. The way y'all was covering y'all bases back then, that's what Karen and Ray was trying to do this time. So yeah, you would know it when you see it, because that's what you do. Like, she pissed me off. And then her and Giselle talking about some, Andy, just turn it off. Just turn it off. We don't need to see this. They can't turn it off because you didn't have a storyline, Giselle. As much as I was enjoying, You this episode or this reunion, you doing too much. You don't run nothing over there. They're gonna show that because you, Wendy, Ashley, Jacqueline, Kiana. I'm sorry, I love some of y'all, but none of y'all had really anything to talk about. None of y'all had a storyline that the viewers cared about. So they're gonna run this tape about Karen and Uncle Ray, especially since Karen ain't there. They ain't got no choice. What they gonna talk about? Y'all charity, non-charity? No, they're not gonna do that. They got on my nerves with that one. They really did. Because Giselle, you just need to be happy it wasn't you in the hot seat for the first time in 8 years, okay? You be quiet. I don't know. My only thing is I wish that this scene that Karen shot with Ray, I wish she would have done that before filming. Like, had she gone to rehab, because I think this happened like March of last year, and then it was a couple months later, and then they started filming. Had she gone into rehab right away, like right away, maybe, rehab would have helped her realize, girl, don't take this to trial. You better, I don't know. She probably would have had better results had she gone to rehab right away. You can't talk all your noise on your high horse. Oh, I will be vindicated. Oh, this isn't real and da-da-da-da-da. And I got my lawyers to protect me and I need to see who gonna soldier for me. Get found guilty and then want to go to rehab after the tapes came out? Yeah, no. Yeah, no. And I love you, Karen. Okay, I got a soft spot for Karen, but Karen, girl, be for real. Like, I just hope she gets some help, though. I really do. So much has come out about it. They said that the rehab, the treatment she went to was only 2 days. So she could have indeed come to the reunion and stood in, her mess, but she chose not. Child, I don't know. But, we're going to send good vibes to Karen, okay? Like I said, I don't think Karen needs to drive no more. Just make it simple for yourself. Don't do no driving. Just give your license up. Now, as for this story that Ashley was trying to tell, that she said on the ride going to New York, she ran into somebody who also, I think that was a lie. I think that was a big face, bald-headed lie. Ashley, maybe that did happen, but that did not happen on your way to the reunion. And honestly, if you would lie about that, then you probably lying altogether. Like, girl, I don't know. You probably have. I definitely believe that, people tell you guys stories. I believe that. But just as you were on your way to the reunion, you ran into a guy who worked at a restaurant that Karen used to day drink at every single day. And I'm not saying Karen didn't do that, but I just thought it was really convenient that this happened on your way to the reunion, Ashley. As you had her picture in your handbag. I don't know. I thought that was kind of lame, like the pile on, because, well, y'all know how I feel about Ashley, but whatever. But that was pretty much all that happened. The best part was Eddie. The best part of this reunion was Eddie. When he said somebody owe him money. Who? And he looked over at her like, girl, who else? Who else could possibly owe TJ Buddy? The rest of us here don't really know that man like that. But, they did really well because I didn't think it was going to be good at all. At all. So this was really, it exceeded my expectations because I ain't really had none. I ain't had none for the reunion or the season. Actually, I lied. My highlight was them packing Mia on up out of there with her shades on. The way that guy was trying to help her out of her dress and she kept walking from place to place. The way I would have just left you, you gonna take this dress off by yourself. Because I'm not trying to help you and you just walking back and forth like a crazy person. Girl, bye. She looks so ridiculous. Some of my kids, not my kids, not my kids. I did want to say this, though. You remember the way that Mia used to speak about her mother, season 6 and season 7? The way that Mia used her kids as a shield, you exploited your son the whole season. And then you tried to use them as shields to avoid accountability. I'm not trying to speak bad on nobody, but I really feel like the same way you don't like your mom as an adult, your children might feel some type of way about you when they become adults. Because all this that you have done in the last, 3, 4 years, girl, you've done a lot. And it's on TV, it's documented. We can't roll back the tapes on what your mama and daddy did to you. But your children will definitely be able to roll the tapes on you, Mia. Girl, I don't know, but that's pretty much all that happened. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and thanks for watching.